Colombian Vice President Francia Márquez has publicly condemned Meghan Markle for her choice of a €120,000 outfit during her recent visit to Colombia, calling it a glaring display of extravagance and insensitivity that underscores a deep disconnect from the harsh economic realities faced by millions of Colombians. Marquez's comments have sent shockwaves through both local and international media, reigniting long-standing debates about the role of the British royal family in addressing global inequality. Marquez's criticism is rooted in the stark contrast between Meghan's luxury fashion and the severe economic struggles plaguing Colombia. The country, where a significant portion of the population lives in poverty, is grappling with issues such as unemployment, lack of access to basic health care, and insufficient educational opportunities. For many Colombians, the sight of Meghan Markle, who has often presented herself as a champion of social justice and women's rights, draped in such opulent attire during a high-profile visit, feels like a betrayal of the very values she claims to uphold. This is not the first time Meghan has faced backlash over her sartorial choices during royal tours. Similar controversies arose during her visits to South Africa, Australia, and New Zealand, where her expensive wardrobe choices were seen as tone-deaf in the face of the widespread poverty and inequality in these regions. Critics argue that these instances reveal a consistent pattern of Meghan prioritizing her image over genuine empathy and connection with the communities she visits. Despite her efforts to craft a public persona of compassion and activism, such actions suggest a lack of understanding, or worse, a disregard, for the real struggles of the people she meets. The controversy in Colombia has reignited a broader conversation about the public image of the British royal family and their role in a world increasingly aware of and sensitive to global inequality. The royal family, which has long enjoyed immense wealth and privilege, is under growing scrutiny to demonstrate empathy and mindfulness in their public engagements. Meghan Markle, in particular, who has often spoken about her commitment to social justice, is now being called upon to reconcile her public statements with her actions. Experts suggest that this incident should serve as a wake-up call for Meghan and the royal family as a whole. They argue that the royals must use this moment to reflect on how they can better connect with the public through humility and a focus on meaningful service rather than lavish displays of wealth. The need for a more grounded approach to public life is becoming increasingly apparent as global audiences grow less tolerant of ostentatious displays of privilege, especially when juxtaposed with widespread poverty and suffering. The call for reflection is particularly urgent in light of the growing disillusionment with figures of authority and wealth worldwide. Meghan and the royal family, already under intense media scrutiny, risk further alienation from the public if they continue to misstep in this manner. The public, especially in regions struggling with economic hardship, expects their leaders and prominent figures to exhibit genuine understanding and solidarity, not just through words but through actions that reflect a deep empathy for their circumstances. The debate surrounding Meghan's choices also touches on the broader issue of how public figures navigate their roles in a world where inequality is becoming more visible and more pronounced. The expectation for authenticity and meaningful engagement is higher than ever, and public figures who fail to meet these expectations face swift backlash. For Meghan Markle, who has built much of her public identity on advocating for the underprivileged, the stakes are particularly high. In conclusion, the incident in Colombia has exposed a critical gap between Meghan Markle's public image and her actions. The criticism from Vice President Francia Márquez serves as a powerful reminder that in an era of increasing inequality, public figures must be more mindful of their choices and how they are perceived by the communities they aim to serve. This moment presents an opportunity for Meghan and the royal family to reassess their approach to public engagements, emphasizing humility and genuine connection over luxury and privilege. Whether they will take this opportunity remains to be seen, but the public's eyes are now more focused than ever on how they choose to move forward.